The numbers don't lie. More and more people are meeting online today than ever before. However, that doesn't mean everyone is having success. You see, online dating has made it easier for this top 20, 30% of men, while the other struggle bad. And as a full-time coach for men, I'm seeing the ramifications of men not being able to approach girls in person, which leads them to go online. But then online, they don't see success, so they start to shrug their shoulders and go, where do I fit in this dating market? I'd argue Hinge right now is probably the best app with the most attractive girls, bar none. But yet a lot of guys are still not using the app properly. Their photos are bad. Their prompts aren't good. Their settings are holding them back. They don't know how to message properly. So in today's video, I'm holding nothing back. All the truth, all the sauce is coming out in today's video on how to optimize Hinge and get the most out of it so you can start going on 1 to 2 dates per week. And if you stick to the end of today's video, I promise you'll get an extra 1 match to 2 matches per week easily. Let's get started. Let's start with the most important thing, which is your photos. Guys, I'm sorry. This dating app game is vain. It is 90 to 95%. What do your photos look like? And a lot of you are dropping the ball. So I'm gonna quickly get into what you're doing wrong and then get into what you can do right. Number 1, lighting is everything. Guys, this light right here, you can clearly see my face. I want you to do that. A lot of you guys will get your photos, there's shadows over your eyes, there's shadows, covering half of your face. You're wearing a hat, so there's lots of shadows. You're wearing glasses. People can't see your eyes, especially if they're like, dark glasses, not, prescription. So this is gonna hinder you a lot. Number 2, you're taking photos that are too far back. If a girl has to zoom in, you already lost her. Guys, dating apps are damn near 70% men, 30% women. They can easily go, you know what, I don't feel like zooming in and giving this guy a shot next, right? So make sure your photos, you're basically fitting in there, at least knee up. The second it's a full body, sometimes it can get too tough, or if it's too far back, it gets too tough. Make sure you're at least knee up in majority of your photos so they can clearly see your face. The next thing that's holding you back, right, is gonna be bad locations, okay? I'll be honest. Taking a picture in your bathroom with the toilet seat up and the mirror slightly dirty and your shower dirty isn't gonna make you look attractive. You taking photos in your car, selfie style, isn't gonna make you look the most attractive. If you live in a nice city, New York, Chicago, Miami, Houston, Dallas, you're in a nice city in the 50 states, utilize a rooftop bar, utilize a nice restaurant, utilize, if there's a river or a lake or an ocean, restaurants by the ocean, by the lake, like utilize your city's nicest things to showcase your lifestyle. Even if it isn't your lifestyle, guys, you can just curate it, right? For the day, make yourself look larger than life. Now, don't go renting, supercars and making yourself look larger than life. No, do it as a lifestyle. Go to a nice restaurant, that's fine. Go to a nice rooftop bar, that's fine. But don't overdo it where you're renting things and now you're not being yourself. The next thing I see guys do that just drives me up a wall is they have no style. Every picture is just a white t-shirt, jeans, right? Maybe it's like a polo shirt, it's like blue with shorts. It's just, guys, do your best to look the part. Do you understand dating apps are 70% men, 30% women? That's how I see it. So every outfit, for the most part, I have on my Hinge account, I look the part, I look sharp, I look fly because I'm trying to stand out. Guys, this is a competitive online dating market, super competitive. So why not look the part, okay? If you're somebody that hasn't gone shopping in a long time, go on Instagram, type in men's fashion. Yeah, you can do it right now if you want, and you'll find an influencer that kind of matches your vibe, right? Because you may not like how this guy dresses or that guy dresses, but find someone that you like, copy them, go on Fashion Nova Men, right? Boohoo Man, right? Those two places, you can cop shirts for 10 bucks, 12 bucks, 15 bucks, right? I know I love going to Zara, but sometimes Zara can get expensive, man. So Boohoo Man and ASOS and Fashion Nova Men, you can find great deals on amazing clothes. Now you can argue the quality isn't the best, but dude, you're paying $12, $15 for a shirt. What do you expect? But I think having a solid fashion can really up your game. Now, lastly, accessorizing. Guys, little rope chains won't hurt you. Little rope necklaces, bracelets won't hurt you. Earrings, like, do your best to kind of look the part. I think accessorizing definitely adds layers to your fit, makes you look a lot better, so add that. So we talked about things that, you could do better. We talked about, some things you should be doing. Now let's get into what photos exactly to have. So the first photo I want to talk about is your flagship photo. This is the photo. If a girl said, "What do you look like?" this is the photo you're sending. It shows your physique well, it shows your fashion well, it has good lighting, you can see both of your eyes, your full face, you have a nice haircut. What photo are you sending them? I'm gonna put a photo up here, on the right or left side. I'm not sure where, I'll pick it out in editing, right? As you can see here, I'm in a nice outfit, at least I think I am. Right? I'm in clothes that kind of hug my physique. The lighting is very good, and a girl can clearly see me. This is a good example of a flagship photo. If a girl were to see this, they can clearly make up their mind, yes or no. A girl wouldn't have to look at this photo and go, do you have any better options? Like, this photo is as clear as day, what I look like, my physique, my fashion. It's a good example of what a flagship photo can look like. Now, I do have other photos I've experimented with, I'll also put on the screen right now, that I'm smiling in, right? And this is also an example of a good flagship photo. It shows decent fashion, right? Great lighting, cool location, got the Hollywood sign behind me, right? This is another example of a good flagship photo. Again, think about it like this. If you were talking to a girl and she said, "Hey, can you send me a photo of yourself?" What photo would you send that is this, "Oh yeah, you look solid here"? Make sure the lighting is good, your fashion's on point, you got a nice haircut, and this photo should be like waist up. It should be like a waist up photo, so you take up most of the real estate on the Hinge, profile. Like, you want to take up most of the space. If there's too much dead space, it's not a good photo. You want to take up majority of that space, so when she's scrolling on Hinge, boom, that photo stands out. Whether it's you're doing the GQ look or a big smile, right? Good lighting, good fashion, good haircut, accessorize, should be good to go. The next photo I want you guys to get, show a little sex appeal, is the physique shot. Now, if you're somebody that's still on your fitness journey, okay, maybe you skip this photo. But if you're somebody that is relatively lean, getting a good gym shot is dope. Now, context, context, context. Guys, don't just take your shirt off in your bathroom. That's not a good physique shot. If you're down by the beach, context, yes. Maybe it's you walking along the coastline and your friend's, is angled like right here or right there or 12 o'clock right in front of you, right? You're by a lake, good. You're on a boat, good, right? Don't just be shirtless in a cornfield. That makes no sense. For me, I'm in the gym, right? So it makes sense why I have a tank top on and I'm sweating and you can see my physique. Right? It's not good, right, when you just take your shirt off in random places. Now it looks like you're trying too hard. So I highly recommend at least one. Don't overdo this, guys. Don't overdo this, because I'm not going to lie. When a girl has too many boob shots or too many ass shots, I know that she has low self-esteem, because why are you just flaunting your body all over your feed? We see it. We saw it the first time. So when a guy has excess physique shots, the girl can kind of tell, okay, this guy's kind of insecure, and this is like the only thing he's proud of. So physique shots, but make sure you have the right context. The next category is lifestyle. Now, this is where you can go crazy with the lifestyle, guys. It can be you having a nice meal down by the water. It can be you on a boat. It can be you on a rooftop bar. It can be you at an event, Coachella, a rave. Like, you can get so creative with lifestyle. So lifestyle, honestly, guys, can be 4 of the 6 photos for the most part, right? Because lifestyle, you can show a girl what your life is like. You know what I mean? Like, for example, let's say a guy has a photo in his truck, a photo in his bathroom, a photo, in his living room maybe, a photo with his friends at like a corporate event, and like a photo of him and his dog in his living room. From those photos, you don't really know much about this guy, right? But if this guy had a photo in a jet ski, right? A photo of him, playing football with his friends or soccer on the field, right? Then it's picture him doing a Spartan race. Then it's a picture of him at a nice restaurant. Then it's a picture of him at a nice penthouse apartment in Miami. Okay, this guy likes to be in shape. He likes to be by the water. He is into fitness. He has a good lifestyle. Like, girls can look at your profile and start to have more context of who you are. So having cool lifestyle photos definitely help you stand out. I'd even argue much as this: how women use their body to get your attention, men use lifestyle to get women's attention. Because if I'm a hot girl, right, and I see a guy at all the cool restaurants in town, at all the cool rooftop bars in town, he's on the boats, I'm like, okay, this guy lives a lifestyle that I live. I go to that restaurant, I go to that rooftop bar. It seems like our vibe is there because we go to the same places. That's a thing. That's for sure a thing. So think about that. Where are the baddies going in my city? Take photos there, because now they know you're on the same type of time they're on. Because girls, man, I'd argue girls love lifestyle more than men, right? They always want to like flash what they got and where they are, right? So having good lifestyle photos is definitely going to be one of the biggest and most important things. So guys, when you're on vacation, get photos. When you're out with your boys doing fun shit, get some photos. Because guys, 6 solid photos and you can be set for a year or 2 years straight, especially if you keep the same look and you stay in shape. So guys, don't take this lightly. Get the good lifestyle photos. The next category is photos with friends. Now guys, you have to be able to do this properly, okay? If you're gonna do photos with friends, number one, don't take pictures with your 6'5", 6'6" homies. Leave him at home, okay? The next thing, don't take photos with guys who are much more attractive than you are, okay? There's no point of adding somebody onto your dating app profile that's taking the attention away from you. Again, this is your profile, not his. So if you have friends that when you guys go out, he gets all the attention, there's no point in taking photos with him. So you're probably wondering, okay, who do I take photos with? I'd find a guy that's in your friend group, okay, that is shorter than you by an inch or two, and not this, savant super Chad in the face, right? You want photos where you are the main character and you stand out, right? So make sure you're taller than this person, and number 2, you look better. There's no point of having a guy 5 inches taller than you and looks better than you on your profile, because girls will swipe up and say, who's your friend? I promise you they will. This has happened to my clients before. You don't want to be the guy where girls are swiping up, inquiring about your homie on your profile. So make sure you get friend photos, but not with guys taller and better looking than you. The next category is hobbies. So if you're somebody that likes to do boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, you play a recreational soccer league, you're a volleyball player, like try to get some photos of you doing things that you love to do. This will actually make girls message you first. When I had a picture of me playing guitar, girls would ask me, oh, would you serenade me? When I had pictures of me boxing, girls would say, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to box. So it does help if you add your hobbies to your profile. Show yourself doing this thing, because that's going to potentially get girls to message you first about this hobby. And who knows, like that can be your guys' first date. You guys go boxing. Who knows? Now, this last category, you don't have to do it, but I would say a personality photo, right? Maybe it's you at a wedding dancing. Maybe it's you, 2 a.m. Eating pizza on the side of the road. Like you kind of showcasing your personality a bit, because you don't want 6 professional photos, you all Vogue and you running with your abs and baby oil, no diddy, right? You don't want these like a perfect run of photos. You want to show a little bit of imperfection. So having a personality photo where you don't look your best is always good to add. I think going too hard and going for perfection can make you look a bit cringe. So having that personality photo is dope. In conclusion, guys, with photos, as long as you have good lighting, good composition, like you don't have your head cut off or your arms cut off in your photos, you're dressed well, you got the good haircut, accessories are there, I think you have a solid profile, let's move on to the settings. So as somebody that coaches men full time, having bad settings can set you back. So I had one guy who's 27 years old. His settings were 21 years of age to like 24. Right? And he wasn't getting many matches. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, your profile looks legit. He's like, I don't know, man. The profile's not working. I'm like, let me see what's going on with your age preferences. The dude had 21 to 24. I'm like, bro, listen, if you want to go crazy, 21 to 35. He's like, okay. He did that. I'm 2 to 3 matches per day now. Right? Now, if you're saying to yourself, Chad, I'm dating with a bit more intention and I don't want to date any women older than me. Sure, fine. Knock yourself out. Just know you'll struggle. Now, if you're super handsome, of course you'll do well. But I know for a fact, when you open up your age radius, you get more matches. It's just basic math. Right? Let's say if you do 21 to 24, you're exposed to 300 girls in your queue. But when you do 21 to 30, you're exposed to 2,000 girls in your queue. You just get more matches. So if you're somebody that's like, hey, I don't really care about age right now. I just want to get out there and meet more women. Dude, open up your age radius. Next, open up your mile radius. So if you're living in a big city like New York, I get it. Like having your mile radius even past like 10 miles is like an hour away. Crazy, right? But if you're somebody living in a, like for example, in LA, I can have it to 15 miles. It's not that bad, right? So make sure your mile radius isn't super tight, like 2 or 3 miles. Open it up so you can meet more women. The next thing guys can mess up is on your profile. I get it, guys. You want to be honest. So you have like open to short-term relationship, also open to long. Guys, I've seen so many women losing their mind over that little thing right there. Just scratch the whole thing and put long-term relationship. I know you want to be honest and say short-term, open to long, but these girls on TikTok, they're losing it. Like they can't conceptualize a man open to a short-term and a long-term relationship. Not gonna lie, that's me. I'm open to short because if you're attractive and fun, just have red flags, I'm not gonna date you, seriously. But if I meet a girl that does fit my program and she's great with all the green flags, I'll take her seriously. You know what I mean? So most girls have a hard time conceptualizing men can do that. So just scratch it and put open to long-term relationship. Get all that, in the middle stuff out of there. They don't like it. The next thing I want to quickly cover is your Hinge prompts. Guys, look, I know you're trying to answer these prompts very logically, right? Typical Sunday, beers and football with the boys. I spend my Saturday morning lifting weights. I get it. You're just being honest. But guys, we're on this dating app to win, not to play it safe. Okay? So you need to have at least 1 or 2 prompts that are dedicated to getting a woman's attention. For example, typical Sunday, you go shopping at Sephora while I wait in the car. Typical Sunday, you go shopping at Aritzia while I sit outside, right? Things I'm passionate about, having a better skincare routine than you. Things I'm passionate about, lying about my zodiac sign so you think we're compatible. You see, I'm mentioning female things because that's going to trigger their emotion to want to message me first. Message you first, I should say, right? And this is a fact. Guys, I have a profile full of amazing prompts, and I'll actually leave my prompt guide, 100 prompts, down below for you guys to check out because prompts make a massive difference. I have girls messaging me first all the time because I have prompts that evoke an emotion. If you're just being boring and talking about your typical Sunday, how you drink beer and how you lift weights and you sports bet, it's not going to evoke an emotion. So the prompts, basically, they don't add anything to your profile. They're neutralizing it, but they're not adding. You want prompts that add to your profile. You want prompts that make girls go, ooh, like that's funny. That's interesting. I want to talk about that. So having prompts that evoke an emotion is important, and I left the 100 prompt guide down below to check out. All right, guys, last step, dating app messaging. The first tip I can give you is be 1 step ahead. Whenever I message a woman, I know exactly what she's going to say next. When I do that and she says exactly what I thought she would say, I'm now in control. Then when I say my next thing, okay, if I say this, she'll probably say that. When she says that, boom, got her. Then I close. So when you guys message women, you may be just throwing things out there, hoping that it sticks, and then you get stuck, right? So make sure when you're messaging women, you kind of, okay, if I say this right here, she'll probably say that. When she says that, I'll say this. That's how you stay a step ahead. Number 2, be flirty, bold, and out there. Guys, this girl matched with you, therefore she finds you attractive. So I get it. When you cold approach a girl at a bar or a club, you're a bit unsure about the attraction. But on a dating app, she said, yes, this guy's attractive. So be bold. As your opening message, say, yeah, that red dress you're wearing in picture 3, that will look great on our first date, right? Maybe let's say she has a picture in a vanity mirror in her room, and you message her and say, hey, maybe by the second date, it'd be you and I in that vanity mirror taking a photo together. Right? Be bold, assume dates, plant the seed for a date, get the ball rolling. A lot of you guys are talking to girls for 5, 6, 7 messages and there's no date being set. Guys, 3 to 5 messages. That's the next thing I want to talk about. You think you have to build rapport, build comfort. Guys, that's for guys she doesn't find that attractive. That's for guys she doesn't want to meet that bad. If she sees you and she finds you attractive on a dating app, assume she wants to meet, assume she wants to get off the app just like you do. Okay? Don't be stuck there talking to her for days. 3 to 5 messages is all you really need. Let me give you a quick rundown example. My first message, I keep it simple. Hey you, hey there. She responds, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's good? Whatever. Then on my second message, I say something bold and direct. So for example, I like the outfit in picture 3. It will look great on our first date. Which she'll probably respond, oh, ... I didn't know we had a date planned. Which I respond, absolutely. You didn't know? It's Friday at 8 o'clock. She responds, oh, that actually works perfect. Cool, what's your number? Right? Here's another example. Hey you, hey there. She responds, hey, what's good? I then look at her photos, and let's just say she was at a really cool rooftop bar holding an espresso martini. Then I say, hey, the picture of you in photo 2, I want to recreate that this weekend. She responds, oh, really? Is that so? Which I respond, absolutely. You free Thursday night? Or are you free Sunday night? Which she responds, yeah, I actually am free. Cool, what's your number? Done. And if you're looking at me like, what? That works? Yes. Yes, it works. So guys, be a step ahead because you can guess what she's going to say, which keeps you in the frame. Number 2, be bold, be flirty, and set intentions for dates early, and then close. Now, guys, if you thought this video was a lot, man, I have written like books damn near on Google Drive and Google Documents about these dating apps and more in detail, about the algorithms, about the messaging, about the prompts, and I want to give that to you. But first, I want you to hop on a call with me down below so I can help you get these photos. Yes, I'm going to send you a photographer to your city to get these photos. And don't worry, we're going to have a whole like 30-minute long posing workshop where I show you how to pose and what to do and what locations to go to. I got you because I want you to start using these dating apps to get more matches and get more dates. Yes, I want you approaching, but today's video we're talking about online dating, and I want you to be able to utilize both, right? And most guys can approach, but they can use a dating app, but most guys use dating apps in a bad way. They're not leveraging it the way they should be. Let me help you do that. There's a free call to book down below, and I want to talk to you soon, man. So have a good day. See you boys soon. Peace.